Part of our 2022 North Dakota Optimist Volleyball Series player profile. With us from Bismarck Century now is Macy Fridgen. And Macy, for you specifically, what does it mean to be nominated your senior year to an all-star event like this across the state of North Dakota?
I mean, it's just a really cool feeling with most of the seniors. You play your state games or you play your last games, and that's just it. So being able to get to come back and play with a lot of the other best seniors around the state is just a really cool opportunity to get to play just one more time.
You mentioned playing one more time, and probably the cool thing too is there might be someone that you played with on a club team or someone that was your rival, maybe someone that you got to see on highlights from Class B but never got to play with them during your high school days, going to a state tournament or a conference tournament. So is there a player or two that you're excited to have on your side of the net for once here, Macy?
I'm definitely excited to play with Kinsey Zeroff and JC Richter. I played with both of them on club teams. I played with JC last year, and she's just such a phenomenal player in person. So it's really exciting to get to be on her team again. And Kinsey Zeroff, we're both going to be teammates again in the fall in Jamestown. So it's going to be fun to get to play with her right now again.
Let's talk about Jamestown. Why was that the right fit for you, Macy, and just kind of, all the way around? And how exciting are you to take that next step and move on from the high school to the collegiate game?
I am beyond excited. I've been going to Jamestown's, they call it Jimmy Camp, since I was in 8th grade. So ever since then, I've just absolutely loved it. I've loved the campus and I've loved the coaches. The coaches are phenomenal. I just love Jake and John and Jess. They've just been so welcoming to all the young players. So I'm just so excited to be there in the fall.
The one thing is, if you take your time back, I don't think across the state of North Dakota, people have to look far about the dominance and the wins and how you guys at Bismarck Century have played. So give me the secret sauce. You've probably been asked it a bunch before, Macy. What is it about Patriot Volleyball that just brings out the best? It seems like year in and year out, no matter, who's kind of on that team.
Yeah, gosh. I think, man, it's just the culture. We have a culture at Century that's like, you show up to practice, you get your job done, you show your grit, and just the depth in our program. That's how we keep coming back year after year. Our younger players get a lot of opportunities to play up on that varsity level when they can, like our JV team. They're always getting subbed in and stuff. So it's really nice to have that depth on your team, because when we need them to be ready, they're going to be ready.
Is there a memory that sticks out more than the others during your time with Bismarck Century, or maybe there's a club volleyball opportunity too that maybe sticks out here, Macy, during your time?
I would really have to say just our last state championship game, when that final point was over. It was just, everything's done. That was it. And it was just a really surreal feeling to know that it all paid off.
You mentioned about just, coming in, doing your job. What would be some advice for someone that was, getting into the varsity program, maybe getting their first taste of, freshman or JV volleyball coming up in the fall, and they said, hey, Macy, what do I got to do to earn a starting role here sooner rather than later, at varsity? What would be some words of wisdom that you would pass down?
Definitely don't be afraid to stand out. You got to be loud if you're going to want to be on a volleyball court. I learned that at a young age. I was the quietest one on the court, and that did not work out for me. So as soon as you become, actually, no, you don't even need to be comfortable. You have to make yourself uncomfortably loud to be successful. Yeah, it just makes the whole team dynamic work better when everyone's talking. So just being super vocal.
Superstitious. Are you superstitious? And if so, did you have anything before matches that you always had to do?
Yes, I always wear my hair in 2 braids. It just makes me feel better. I don't know why. With 1 braid, I kind of get hit in the face a lot as a blocker, so 2 usually worked out. And I also, Delaney Clark and JC Clark, they can vouch for me on this. I always listen to Kickstart My Heart by Motley Crue and Pour Some Sugar on Me by Def Leppard before games. And then after games, I always have to listen to The Best Love Song by T-Pain.
All right. So I got to ask about the songs a little bit there, because they're not in your generation, so to speak, of music. So how did you come by the Def Leppards and the Motley Crues of the world?
I definitely think that was my dad. He has some great music taste, and I think he passed it down onto me. So yeah, I just remember as a kid driving to games, he'd always have something good playing in the car, whether it was that or AC/DC, a lot of that.
I like it. Yeah, that definitely ramps up your heart, no pun intended there, with the little Motley Crue going. Macy, thanks so much for your time. Best of luck here in the Optimist Volleyball Series, and best of luck in the Buffalo City as well for collegiate volleyball coming up in the fall.
Thank you.